Talk about Anthony Martial, because there's been news this week that he wants to see out the remainder of his contract, intends to stay, wants to fight for his place in Erik ten Hag's side. We understand as well he's rejected interest from the likes of Marseille, from Fenerbahce and from clubs over in Saudi Arabia. I mean, Flex, as a Manchester United fan, is this good news? Is this bad news? And what does it mean about potential incomings as well and potential signings in this transfer window?
Well, on the latter bit of your question, it definitely affects the potential incomes.
Yeah.
If Anthony Martial doesn't leave, then there isn't another space for another forward. Manchester United, under strict FFP constraints, already was looking at low-cost loans, if anything. And if he stays, there's just not going to be the manoeuvrability to do that. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? At the end of the day, I think you have to look at the way Manchester United have been with their recruitment, with their decisions to give players new contracts and not being able to move them on at their say-so. It gives the power to the player. And if you look at it from a player perspective, if you're Anthony Martial, you've got 6 months left on your deal at the best part of over £200,000 a week. He's going to find it very difficult, if not impossible, to get that anywhere else apart from maybe Saudi, which we know that their quotas are full right now, and that's probably not going to happen. So until the summer, if you're Anthony Martial, you're thinking, I'm probably just going to sit on this and then I hold all the power in the summer and then I can go on to get a contract on a free. How much is he going to fight and beat down Erik ten Hag's door to get in the starting 11? That's questionable, given obviously Rasmus Højlund is the main striker and everyone's putting, all their eggs into the basket of him being the one for Manchester United. His availability with injury/illness he's had a really tough time over the last couple of years. I don't think he's completed 90 minutes in over 2 years, which is a massive, massive problem. So from the player perspective, I can see why Martial has probably said, no, not going to go. I'm all right here. And for Manchester United, they only have themselves to blame in terms of being in this position, but it was the right decision. This proves why it was the right decision not to trigger an extension on his contract at these terms so that when they get to the summer, it will sort itself out.
It's so frustrating for United fans because we talk about it similarly with Jadon Sancho, different story, but a young player with so much promise and potential. I mean, I remember where I was when I watched that Liverpool game. And, he was talked about then when he joined United. This is the next Thierry Henry.
Oh.
I know you mentioned the injury problems. Obviously, fans have kind of questioned his mentality at times as well. But it's just frustrating when you've got a real sort of quality young player and they haven't fulfilled their potential. Frustrating for him as well, no doubt.
Absolutely. I mean, it's another player in the long list of players that have come to Manchester United in the last 10 years, which he's nearly been at the club nearly 10 years.
But that is mind-blowing as well.
Which is insane and not fulfilling their potential. It can't just be Martial of why that's happened and a whole list of other players. But it definitely has been a disappointment. He's had some good seasons, some really promising seasons. When he played last season, I don't want to take that away from him. Statistically, when he was on the field, which was very limited, he made Manchester United better. There's been flashes, there's been moments, but unfortunately for his Man United career, that's mainly what it's been, moments and always wanting more.